Wilson Fisk is out here playing chess against Daredevil's resistance, and we just witnessed some of the coolest television in the superhero genre. So come talk nerdy with me about episodes 2 and 3 of Daredevil Born Again. Spoilers ahead. Throughout these two episodes, the Kingpin has been on demon time. Like, the moves he's been making against Daredevil's resistance are like, I don't want to give the dude credit, but they're kind of legit. Like when he initiated a citywide search for Matt Murdock. Instead of outing Matt Murdock as Daredevil, he branded Matt as a hero that was in danger from mass vigilantes like Daredevil and Bullseye. So now it's not just the anti-vigilante task force looking for Matt Murdock, but also all of the people that support Matt because they want him to be safe. And in this instance, they trust Kingpin because Matt did save Kingpin's life from Bullseye back in season 1. So he would have no reason to harm Matt Murdock. That was devious. And then again with the vigilante trials, just completely scamming the entire criminal justice system of New York City. Sentencing Jack to a lifetime of imprisonment for being the swordsman without a fair trial just shows how deep the Kingpin's influence goes into the law of the land. But probably the biggest instance of Kingpin's strategy and, cruelty was at the end of episode 3 after Daredevil had rescued all those people from that detention center, which we'll talk about in a bit. But after Daredevil did that, Kingpin had the entire facility destroyed, taking the lives of all the people that were still there, which then makes it look like Daredevil committed a terrorist act. And because of that, all the people that are like on the fence on whether or not they support the Kingpin are now gonna go against Daredevil. There's levels to this supervillain stuff, and the Kingpin is like up here with it. But despite how bleak things are looking, I have a feeling that this entire system that the Kingpin is creating is gonna collapse very soon, and it's gonna start with his inner circle. For starters, we have Dr. Glenn, who Kingpin uses her expertise in psychology in order to turn the public against vigilantes. And the issue with Dr. Glenn is that she's starting to lose her mind. In my previous Daredevil video, we talked about how Dr. Glenn could potentially become the new Muse. And after watching these episodes, it seems like that's gonna be the case. Because for starters, she kept Muse's mask, like she has it in a drawer and she uses it to calm herself down. Like, I don't know, that was scary. I love the symbolism behind that crack in her wall that she was putting in, because it's a metaphor for her broken mindset, her broken morality. And after seeing that, it's not a matter of if she becomes the new Muse, it's a matter of when. And honestly, it couldn't happen to a worse person because she's honestly the worst. But I do know that once she becomes Muse, she's gonna tank the Kingpin's image. And the Kingpin's image is only gonna get worse because someone is leaking information out from his office to the general public. And it turns out to be none other than BB Yorick, which honestly I wasn't too surprised about. BB is using her connection to Daniel in order to get dirt on Kingpin, and this is truly harming his grip over New York City. She's exposing the truth to all the lies the Kingpin has been telling, and she's honestly more dangerous to the Kingpin than Daredevil is. But unlike Daredevil, BB has no way of defending herself if or when Kingpin finds out that she's leaking the information. And on top of that, she's putting Daniel in danger as well because he's unknowingly giving her all of this information. But Daniel is a jerk that sucks up to the Kingpin, so we don't really care about his safety. But probably the most important person in the Kingpin circle that's not a danger to him, but a danger to themselves is Vanessa, because she is on the wrong side of Bullseye. If you don't remember back from season 1, Bullseye wants revenge against Vanessa for manipulating him and leading to his imprisonment. And just the knowledge that Bullseye is coming after you is just terrifying in and of itself. It's basically a death sentence. And Vanessa is stressed about it. And we've all seen how crazy he is with his accuracy. Like, what can she do to stop him from getting her? Like, the dude can just grab anything within reach. Like, let me see, let me get the, like this battery. He can take my life with the battery. Vanessa girl, you're done. And if Vanessa gets unalived by Bullseye, that's a major hit to the Kingpin because Vanessa is the only person that can keep the Kingpin somewhat sane and focused. But without her, he's a broken man that will do rash things. But speaking of Bullseye, I gotta just say that he is starting to become one of my favorite villains in the MCU. Like, this dude is just so cool. The fact that anything he throws instantly becomes a deadly weapon just makes him even more menacing. Like, every time he's on screen, I just go like, what you got in your hands? What is that in your hands? And also, I absolutely love it when anytime he's on screen, that blue light appears, and it's a total contrast to Daredevil and his red light. And it's such a great touch. But yeah, give me more Bullseye. But a big question right now about Bullseye is, why did he save Daredevil? Right now, the only reason I can think of is he's just trying to spite Kingpin, and he doesn't really care about Daredevil, so maybe him doing all this stuff puts more heat on Daredevil and spites Kingpin at the same time, so it's like a win-win for him. But as of right now, Bullseye and Daredevil are kinda allies in this fight against the Kingpin. And he's not the only ally, because despite all the setbacks against Kingpin, Daredevil's able to get even more allies. For starters, you have the NYPD, who were able to protect Cherry from the task force when they were coming to arrest him. And they warned Josie and Daredevil that the task force was on the hunt for them. So now Daredevil has some law enforcement firepower to back him up. Then you have Counselor McDuffie, who seems to be the only one trying to fight against this corrupt justice system in defense of the vigilantes and non-vigilantes. And on top of that, she was able to give Daredevil crucial information about the detention center where all those people were being held. And probably one of the more surprising allies that came up in these episodes is a task force officer. This guy willingly gave himself over to Daredevil because he was just tired of being in the task force and doing all these harmful things. So now Daredevil has a mole within the anti-vigilante task force, and that would be really helpful. And by the way, this guy should be a leading example for all the people out there that are feeling a bit icy. It's not too late to do the right thing now. But once Daredevil got information from McDuffie and the task force officer, he was able to find the location of the detention center, and it's there where we get some of the best moments in superhero television history. Because this whole sequence was just beautiful. I couldn't help but smile at watching Daredevil break into this detention facility, free all the prisoners, and then team up with the swordsman to be in this epic one-take fight sequence. Like, oh my god, I was like, ah! And I was very impressed with the swordsman. Like, I knew he could fight, like I seen Hawkeye and all that, but just seeing him in this fight sequence, this dude is brutal and he was effective, and I want more of him. And if we can get a comic accurate suit for the swordsman as well, that would be perfect. But on top of the swordsman, we got another brand new superhero joining the fray, Angela Del Toro, who's taking up her uncle's mantle as the White Tiger. And she wasn't in full costume like her uncle was, but it's only a matter of time. And I was honestly worried that she was going to do something dangerous because her aunt was taken by the task force. I thought she was just going to rush in and get herself captured or shot. But no, she held her own in this fight. She wasn't even fighting. She was more of a support role, but she was so helpful. She took away the task force communications. She was slashing their tires, which helped Daredevil and all the prisoners escape. Like, she came in clutch. Now, just like the swordsman, I need her to get her comic accurate costume. And I need it now. So despite the setback with Kingpin destroying the docks, Daredevil was able to pick up some quality backup to help him win this war. Now the only one we're waiting on is Jessica Jones, and I still don't know when she's gonna turn up. Hopefully by episode 4? But go ahead and put down in the comments, what did you think of episodes 2 and 3 of Daredevil Born Again? And if you missed last episode's discussion, go ahead and click on the box right here, and I'll see you in a bit.